If you want to hear my crazy stories with the police here in Colombia, stay tuned. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Simon. At How to Expat we help expats relocate. And you might have heard that the police in Latin America is corrupt. You have to bribe them. You may ask yourself, how much should you bribe a police officer and things like that. This is what I want to address in this video. So especially if you research about Latin America in general, especially about Mexico, you know that the police here in Latin America is a little bit different. So it could be that you have to bribe an officer, especially if you research kind of the Trans-American Highway throughout Mexico. It's very, very famous that usually kind of the budget is as much for gas as you have to bribe the police officers there, which is, I think, is crazy. But anyway, how it is here, or how is it here in Colombia? Is it the same way? Is it something different? In Colombia, or especially the Andes region, especially Medellin, where I live, it's very, very easygoing actually. There's no real issues. I've never heard any stories about all the clients, all the friends I had that came in contact with, let's say, police officer bribing, is corrupt, anything like that. I even feel more comfortable here with police officers than what I had in Switzerland, which is kind of in Switzerland, like everything is very structured, no real corruption and things like that. And still I feel more comfortable around police here than in Switzerland, which is kind of crazy. So the only thing you have to kind of watch out is of policemen imposters. So I've heard some stories, especially here in Medellin, around the party area, Parquilleras, where there's some people dressed like policemen, and then they ask kind of weird questions, like, I need to see the ID, you have to hand me over the wallet and stuff, and then just run off, or different things like that. And you really have to watch out for that. So how can you make sure if it's a real police person against if it's not? It's quite hard if you not really have been here for a while and you haven't seen a couple of policemen already around to see how they look like. But kind of a little tip is usually policemen here have a lot of equipment. They have a big belt with a pistol, not just a revolver, but a real pistol. Revolver, more security people or security guards carry revolvers. Then they have a protection vest, usually against knife or even gunshots. So they're usually very, very heavy and almost look kind of like military personnel, but just in kind of police equipment. But again, if you haven't been here for a while, it's very hard to find that out. So you just have to know that some stories like that are out there. But other than that, really, as I said, no real stories about that the police kind of, you have to bribe somebody. I would actually be careful here. So in Ecuador and Panama, I've seen people bribe policemen. I think in Central America, or even in Ecuador, it's a little bit different, a little bit more rural. But here in Medellin, at least, I would be careful of kind of trying to bribe somebody. For example, if you're in a car accident, or I don't know, could probably end bad. But anyway, that's the only thing I can say about the police here in Medellin. Very, very friendly, very, very helpful usually, and you don't have really to worry about that. So that I think was pretty much it for this video. If you have specific question about expat life here in Colombia, don't forget we offer Skype consultations. The link to that is in the description down below.